Hey guys, so I'm starting off with my skin already prepped and moisturized, but to bring back some of that moisture, I'm going to be using my Mario Bedescu spray. You guys know I am in love with this stuff. And then I'm going to be filling in my eyebrows with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Medium Brow Powder. A lot of stuff in this tutorial I use quite often. So I'm just going to be filling those in and shaping them. I really need them done, so I'll be following up my eyebrows with some concealer to really help them hide the hairs and shape them the way they should be shaped. And I'm really sorry for my raspy voice. My sinuses are acting up. And now I'm going to be going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette, and the first shade I will be taking is Buttery, and I will be setting the primer I applied to my eyes as well as the concealer for a nice base. And then the first shade I'm going in with is, couldn't even see it, sorry, but I'm just going to dust this in my crease with the brush that it comes with, the super fluffy brush. It is amazing. I own nothing like it, and it's just a really great brush. And now I'm going to take hot chocolate, and I'm going to use my Sigma E45, which is a tapered crease brush, and I'm just going to be applying this in the crease from inner corner to outer corner, making sure to buff it out a little bit as well with the same brush. And then since we're doing the smoky eye, we want it to be really blended, so I'm taking that first brush we used with no additional product on it and just blending it out. Now I will be taking Rocket Girl or something, I don't know what it's called, it will be written in the description box, but I'm going to be applying this on my lid, and it's just a black shade with like red and pink reflex in it. I think it's so pretty. And if you want the red and pink to pop more, I suggest putting Fix Plus or some type of like eye drops or water on your brush before applying this, just to help it out. And then I'm going to take the E45 brush again with no additional products and just blend out that black shade. And you really want to take your time with blending this and start going back to what you started with. So right now I'm doing hot chocolate in the crease again, and then I'm taking the fluffy brush by itself, no product on it, and then I'm going to add the first shade we used as well to make sure everything is nice and blended, and as well as go back in with that same shade. These eyeshadows are amazing, but I do suggest to do your eyeshadow first before applying foundation, or wear some shadow shields or something of that sort, just because it does have a lot of fallout, at least the black does. So yeah, when patting it, you want to make sure you round it out on your eyelid, and then take a slightly dense crease brush and make sure to buff out those edges of that eyeshadow to blend it in with the crease shade, and then take a fluffier brush to make sure that's all blended out, and take the first transitional shade you use and just make sure everything is buffed out and blends into the brow bone as well. And on the center of the lid, I'm going to be using this pink shade called Blossom from the palette, and apply that on the center. And to help the edges, I'm using the purple shade in the palette, and it didn't really turn out the way I wanted, so I just took the blending brush I've been using with the black shade and just kind of buffed out the edges and made sure that it looked a little bit dimensional. and blend it again. You can never blend too much with a smoky eye. And I took pink champagne and popped that on the center of the lid, and that is what I was looking for. This by far is my favorite shadow in the whole palette. It's so beautiful, and I think it'll look pretty on any skin tone. So I'm popping that in the center and then use my finger a little bit to blend it out, and as well as the crease brush with a little bit of black on the inner corners and outer corners. I went for a bit of a halo effect, if you will. And now I'm just taking the shade next to the purple color in the palette. So sorry, I don't know these names. Again, they'll be written down below. And applying that under my brow bone, and then using buttery to blend it out, because I only wanted it to be most pigmented on the absolute arch of my brow, and then I wanted to blend it out. So I've just been using the same 3 things I use all the time to contour and highlight and put foundation on. And also I'm using the beauty blender just because it's amazing, and yeah, I really wanted to use it in this video. I'm speeding up through this part just because you see me do this multiple times on my channel. It's never changing, and the products really don't change either. It's really hard for me to find foundations that match to my skin color perfectly, like this Lancome one does, and then the concealer. I changed the color, it'll be written down below, but it's still the same concealer. And now I'm going to be baking with my Makeup Forever powder, and I'm using my beauty blender to apply it, and I'm just going to let it set a few minutes while I do my contour and then dust it all off. So I'm applying it everywhere I applied my concealer, just to keep it bright. And since we were going like full glam with this look, I wanted to do my face full glam too, you feel? So I went the whole 9 yards, you guys. I went under the cheekbones and all that good stuff. So I'm using that concealer I always use, and then buffing out with a small stipple brush. And then to dust away the powder, I'm using my favorite face powder. This is the L'Oreal True Match in W8, and it's really great. And I'm just using that to buff away all the powder, and just to help my face look nice and flawless and uniform. And okay, don't judge me, but I'm using hot chocolate under my cheekbones to contour. If you have any suggestions for contour, please leave them down below, because I am seriously looking for contour shades, and it's really hard again to find one that's perfect for my skin tone. So if anyone is out there in the same boat as me, or like knows of some good contour powder, please let me know. And for cheeks, I'm just using my Tarte blush. It's in True Love. I use it all the time. And then my Stila Convertible color in Kitten. I'm first applying that on the tops of my cheekbones, and then blending it out with a e.l.f. small stipple brush. You know, it's a great brush, really great multi-purpose brush. Next, I'm taking the same shade we applied on the brow bone and applying it to the tops of my cheeks. I thought to do something different for the tops of my cheekbones and use some eyeshadows. You guys know I like to multi-purpose my products. And on the lower lash line, I am adding that same black shade we put all over the lid, and using a smudger brush at first. And then I'm going to take the opposite side of this brush. It's just a cosmetics brush with a little bit of the transition shade, and just buffing it out to make it look a little bit more smoky. And off camera, I applied mascara and falsies. I use my Ricky lashes, and then I'm using this lip combo. I'm first starting off with my NYX lip liner in Natural, and applying that all over my lips, lining them as well as filling them in. And I'm going to be taking this ColourPop liquid lipstick in Tulle. It turned out too dark for my liking, so I lightened it up with some lip gloss. And before that completely sets, I'm applying the L'Oreal Infallible lip gloss. I think that's the name of it. Again, it's written in the description. And blotting off the excess product. And then for my inner corners, I'm applying the pink champagne shade in there. And the inner corners just to make it an extra pop. And my lips needed a little bit something else, so I'm applying the Stila Convertibile color in Kitten, just mainly on the center, but also blending it out. And I thought it gave it a different kind of, you know, look, and I really liked it. So that's the end of this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe.